There's nothing that gets desis out of bed on a Sunday like Rajma Chawal. Hi everyone, today we're making home-style Punjabi Rajma. And might I remind you, because Rajma is a bean, it's a great source of fiber, great source of plant-based protein, and the whole combination of Rajma Chawal is naturally gluten-free. Now this is a very simple, uncomplicated recipe because that's how we make it at home.
So good.
So here I have about 2 cups of Rajma, which I've washed and soaked overnight. This is a local variety that I picked up from Uttarakhand recently. Now I know soaking is a bit of a faff. It's a little bit more overhead for you. You have to remember to do this the night before. But it's an important step. It helps the beans cook all the way through and it's easier on your gut. All right, so now I'm just gonna put the drained beans in the Instant Pot with around 6 cups of water, which I've measured here. And just about a teaspoon of salt because I'm gonna use this water when I'm making the gravy. Let this boil. We're gonna do high pressure for 30 minutes. We're gonna make a quick spice mix while the rajma is boiling. You don't want the pan to be super hot because your spices will burn. We're gonna do around a tablespoon of whole coriander seeds and then 1 teaspoon of cumin and around 2 to maximum 3 pods of green cardamom, just for that little bit of sweetness. And now we're gonna roast this lightly. Rajma is meant to be a simple recipe, so you can absolutely use pre-ground spices. A tablespoon and a half of coriander powder, half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, and a little bit of elaichi powder. That's it. The only reason why I'm doing this fresh is because I'm doing this on camera and because I like the way it tastes. Like fresh spices, I think, brings the dish come alive. It gives a cleaner, fresher taste. That's why I'm doing it. But if I was crunched for time, I would absolutely just use the ground spices in my cabinet. As soon as you start smelling the spices and they lightly change the color, so as soon as they get like a little bit more golden, a little bit more darker, we're done. We can take this out of the flame. Can you smell the spices? Yeah, they're done. All right, so the spices are done. I'm gonna put them in my spice grinder. We're gonna let them cool completely before we grind them. Our spices have now cooled, so I'm just gonna grind this to a fine powder. Okay, our spice mix is ready. It's smelling amazing. All right, so now we're gonna start making the tari of our rajma. This is a very classic onion tomato gravy. I'm gonna go in with around 2 tablespoons of oil and a little bit of ghee. I'm gonna put in some cumin seeds, around a teaspoon. My cumin seeds are sizzling, and in goes some onion. This is half of a large red onion. Nice stir. And some salt to speeden up the browning. We're gonna bhunna the onions till they reach a golden brown color. Not translucent. Repeat after me. Not translucent. We want color. That's where the flavor is. So while the onions are browning, we're gonna make our tomato mixture. For this recipe, I'm gonna blend the ginger, garlic along with the tomatoes. It's just because it's gonna cook for such a long time. So I have about 3 large tomatoes in here. I don't think I'll be able to fit all of them. I have about 2 inches of ginger that I've roughly cut into pieces. We're gonna do some garlic. This is around 5 to 6 cloves of garlic, again, roughly chopped. We also have some cilantro stems going in. Pack that in. So I'm just gonna blend this. I'm to shake it up. Yeah. My tomatoes did not fit the first time, so I'm gonna go in with the rest. Get all of those juices. Alrighty. Tomato, garlic, ginger, cilantro smoothie. So as you can see, our onions have started browning. What a beautiful golden color they're catching. As soon as the onions start browning, I want to lower the heat to like a medium low. The next step is that we're going to put the spices in. Just a little bit more darker. It's almost there. The onions have got a beautiful brown color. Now I'm going to go in with our spice mix. We're gonna let this bloom in all of that ghee and oil. And we want around 1 teaspoon of lal mirch, or more if you want. We're gonna let the spices bloom. Now I'm gonna add our tomato mix. And about 1 teaspoon of tomato paste. You don't need a lot. Just like a teaspoon. We're going to increase the heat to medium-high because your tomatoes have a lot of water, and we're going to bhunna this till the oil separates. So either the oil will float on top or you'll see it bubbling around the sides. The tomatoes have been cooking for a while. You can see that it's thickening up really well. The oil still hasn't broken through. Like if I do this, the water just fills the pot again. So we're gonna continue cooking this on medium heat. Okay, rajma is cooked. Let's look at the texture. I'm just gonna skim off any scum on top because I wanna use this water to build the gravy. Rajma is beautifully cooked, showing that they're all nicely boiled. It's nice and soft. The tomatoes have been cooking for a good 15 to 20 minutes. You can see the oil bubbling out of the masala. So if I do that, you'll see the edges. The oil kind of starts breaking out of the masala. That's your sign that the masala is cooked really well and thoroughly. Now, the only thing left is to put in our rajma. Ooh. I'm gonna add another teaspoon of salt. Give it a good stir. Increase the heat so it comes to a nice boil. And we're gonna go in with 2 green chilies, 2 split green chilies. Some citrusy heat. Stir that in, it's gonna boil. As the rajma is coming to a boil, what I like to do is just use my spatula and lightly smash the beans at the edge of your pot. Not too much, just a little bit. And they're gonna release their starches. That'll help the gravy thicken up, become a little velvety, creamy, give that home-style rajma feel. Okay, so now the rajma is coming to a nice boil. So I'm gonna lower the heat to a nice simmer, like medium-low heat. Gently smash those beans a little bit more. And I'm gonna cover this and let this simmer for a good 20 to 25 minutes. This is where everything comes together. The rajma is gonna drink up that gravy and become so delicious. Let's do a check-in. Wow. Our rajma has been simmering away for 20 minutes. Let's give it a gentle stir and see how it's doing. I think the gravy can thicken a little bit more. We're gonna let this cook a little bit more because I'd like my gravy to be a little bit more thicker than what we have right now. The rajma has been simmering away for like 30 minutes now, and it's become so nice and glossy. It's thickened beautifully. Time for some finishing spices. We started with whole cumin, and then in the middle we went in with our ground spices. And now the final layer of spices are finishing spices. We're gonna go in with half a teaspoon of garam masala. You don't need too much. Just half a teaspoon of garam masala is enough. Maybe 1 teaspoon if you're feeling spicy. I have some toasted kasuri methi. This is not just plain kasuri methi. This is lightly warmed up on a pan. Just gonna crush this. Toasted kasuri methi has a totally different flavor profile as compared to normal kasuri methi. And I feel like in dishes like rajma, it carries really well. Okay, I'm gonna turn the heat off. Let's do a quick taste test. Hee hee. Just a touch more salt. It's so good. The spices, the sweetness, the acidity from the tomatoes, beautiful. All right, this is ready. We're just gonna do a quick garnish of dhania, and we can start eating this with some boiled chawal. Yeah, chalo, chalo, chalo. Okay, I have some dhania. Nice little shower of dhania. As little or as much as you want. Our home-style Punjabi Rajma is now ready. Here you go. It's ready.